All right, welcome back. We will continue. We'll spin the wheel. A couple of the categories are exhausted, but we still have some stuff left for you. All right, story time. Story time. All right. Again, this would have been shortly after college. This would have been one of the two brothers I used to hang out with and do the Ouija board with. This was the younger of the two brothers, the one whose face turned green. Yeah, you can look that up. I have a couple of videos about it. But yeah, so we used to hang out a lot, and we were neighbors. Our backyards touched. So growing up, we never really had the need to like sleep over each other's houses. Sometimes kids like to have sleepovers, or we just never did. And then as young adults, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, I slept over my house. Whatever. I was like, yeah, I can do like a mattress on the floor type of deal. It's fine. So yeah, we were heavily involved with the Ouija board and stuff at that time. So like ghostly encounters and like creepy things going on. It just wasn't out of the ordinary. Weirdest fucking thing happened. So we're going to sleep. He's on the floor. I'm on my bed, and it was about midnight, somewhere around there. Now, it was a two-story house, and my room had two windows, two sides. There's one window and one window, and I had blinds. Blinds. Um, some sort of, I can't remember if it was mini blinds or if it was, but for whatever, the windows were covered to block the light out. Um, and yeah, what happened was when a car would drive by on the street, it wasn't a big street, it wasn't a tiny street. It was kind of like, yeah, it was your average street. You got some traffic, not a ton, but some. But at midnight, you're not getting a lot of traffic. Every now and then, if a car goes by, you can see the lights on the wall. You can picture the light coming through the creek, like the little part of the window that's not covered by the blind, and you see the light kind of go across the wall as the car drives by. We were seeing those. Lots. Lots of those. 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Um, there wasn't, this was midnight, 1 in the morning, and there was not a lot of traffic. There wasn't a lot of cars. You might get one at that time of night where I lived, it was the smallest town. Maybe at that time of night, you'd get one every like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe one every 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. We were getting 3 or 4 at a time, every few seconds. Literally hundreds over time. It got to the point where there was something going on. It seemed very supernatural. Like we would have the fast lights. It would be like two lights on top of each other, go across the wall, and it usually would either be one or 1, 2. Every now and then it would go backwards and it would be twice as bright, and it would be slow. So it was fast, smaller double lights to cross to the right, or a bigger, slower light, brighter to the left. Very odd. We were sensing a pattern, so we started to ask. Back then, this wasn't uncommon for us to have these kind of weird things happen. So we were saying, all right, one means yes and 2 means no, and we would ask questions. Are you really there? Or I don't remember. I honestly don't remember what questions we asked, but we were asking yes or no questions, 1 for yes, 2 for no, and we were getting responses. Hundreds of times the lights going by in like an hour. I would say every 10 to 15 seconds we'd get 1 or 2. So like 3 to 4 a minute, consistently, minute after minute after minute. I didn't want to fuck up the vibe, so I didn't go and open my blinds and see if there's like freaking crazy amounts of cars driving by. You could hear. It was a small town. It was quiet outside. You could hear if there was cars driving by. You could hear them. It was every now and then we'd get a car, but this light pattern situation going on was very unusual. The last part that made it really strange was after we've kind of had our fill, and we were like, all right, let's get out of this room. So we did, and we looked at the clock, and it was 4 in the morning. 4 hours, approximately 4 hours went by, and it felt like 1 hour. So, yep. No, I don't think I was abducted by aliens. Know what you're thinking. But yeah, it was strange. Very strange. So, yep. All right. We'll spin the wheel. Got a little bit more for you. All right. Story time. I have one more, and then we're down to just two categories left after that. Okay. So, same guy, same kid, around the same time period, shortly after college. I used the Ouija board a lot, and we used to make candles. We used to try to make the candle flame get bigger. And one of the things was, and I have this video. It's how to find a glitch in the matrix in like 30 seconds, something like that. And what it is you can stare at your own eyes in a mirror with like partially lit room, and you can like if you like blur your eyes a little bit, you can start to see your face morph. Well, you can do it with another person too, and he and I would do that. We would lock eyes, and then he would generate emotion, and then that would dictate how his face would like kind of morph. And it didn't physically morph. I only saw it once. The green glowing superimposed face. That was the only time I actually saw like physical difference. This was more like in your head, your mind starts to like you see reality differently, and you see like the facial features change, but then you like snap out of it, and it's back to normal. So anyway, my point is he would generate emotions, and like if you generated angry emotions, it would just get really crazy looking, evil, like a pissed off Klingon from Star Trek face. And if you generated positive emotions, it would be like more like I don't know, like a not as creepy looking of a weird face. So yeah, all right. We got the only ones left is maps and general Mandela effect. So that's what we'll be down to. Whichever one's closer. Okay. So we got general Mandela effect. That one would be closer to where it landed. All right. Couple for you. You've probably heard some of these. Thanksgiving in the United States. Third Thursday, fourth Thursday. Which one is it? A lot of people remember third, but it's fourth and always has been, apparently. Hurricane Katrina. Was it August or was it April? People have both memories. Hurricane Katrina, August or April. Um, the Our Father's prayer, Our Father who art in heaven. I don't have it like super perfectly memorized. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's what it was. I went to private school as a little kid, and I used to say that a lot, that prayer. It was on earth as it is in heaven. Well, now it's in earth as it is in heaven, and it sounds really weird to me. And then the part about the trespassers is now debtors. So if you haven't heard about the Our Father prayer and Mandela effect, look it up. It's to a lot of people, it's changed. All right, we will spin. All right, we are a hair closer to maps than general. So maps, couple ones for you. People talk about our sun's and our solar system's physical location within the Milky Way galaxy. Okay. Growing up, I agree with others who have pointed this out. We were always shown on display, picture, images, computer graphics, any kind of display, any kind of visual display of the Milky Way galaxy and our solar system's location within it, and we were always on the damn outskirts. It was just always like that. And now there's most of the evidence out there for these visual displays show that we're like halfway from the center to the outskirts. That the solar system's halfway. So that does seem weird. Another map thing would be people remembering the Staten Island ferry, and no bridges going to Staten Island, so the only way to get there was via ferry. But there's a bridge, and people are like, "What the fuck? Where'd that bridge come from?" So, all right, we're probably gonna cut this one now, and I'll be back for one more segment.